The noble Lord Nityananda is never angry, or is the personification of supreme transcendental bliss. Devoid of any concept of false ego, Nitai wanders about the town, going from door to door in the residences of the most fallen and wretched souls. Again, going from door to door in the residences of the most fallen and wretched souls, he freely distributes the gift of the Harinam Mahamantra. He exclaims to whomever he sees while holding the straw between teeth, "Please purchase me by worshipping Gaur Hari." Saying thus, Nityananda Prabhu rolls on the ground, appearing like a golden mountain tumbling in the dust. I'm sure some of you or many of you may be reading the translation on the screen here first time. You know, why, if by this time you might have understood, Nityananda Prabhu is actually Balramji going door to door and knocking the doors of not elite Americans or rich MIT, IIT people, is knocking the doors of everyone, rich or poor, especially fallen. If you are very fallen, he'll knock your door also. What is your qualification to be knocked by Nityananda Prabhu? I mean, what is your qualification that your door is knocked by Nityananda Prabhu? Should be very fallen. How many of you think you are fallen? Nityananda Prabhu will knock your door. नाम नित्यानंद तुम्हें रूप नित्यानंदा. So then he saw, earlier, maybe 20 years ago, I used to understand. I used to go to temple, give me that, give me this. Because I felt happiness is there. But every 2 months, I want to have another thing to ask. Then after some time, I realized I'm asking new things. Once I get this the new thing, after 2 months, it will become old. I'm looking for another one. But then I realized after a few years, I'm thinking I'm not losing anything. One thing I'm losing. What is that? Time. Time I'm losing. And by this time, my home is filled with so many items. But one thing is not there for me. Happiness is not there. Always that is not there, this is not there, this is not there. Whenever I see somebody better than me, envy. Whenever I see somebody lower than me, pride. Because of this combination of pride and envy, totally anxiety only. Even after coming to America also. How many of you agree? So then one day I heard, happiness is not a product available in Walmart or Target. But happiness is a state of consciousness that you can attain once your heart is fully purified. So I need support. Okay, who is that? So then I came across devotees. I started practicing bhakti yoga. Then in the spiritual world, you know, what is that? Ram is also very strict. Krishna is also very strict. Balaji is also sometimes strict. And I thought, is there any one person who is not strict? Whatever I do, no problem, but still he'll wait for me. I felt only my mother. My mother will not find fault with me. But that is here. But 30 years later, my mother won't be there. You know. Then is there somebody there? First I came across Nityananda Prabhu. He will not find fault with you. And he love you if you are more fallen. Really. Actually, I felt, I think I can stay with this organization. One, I love Krishna. Second thing, this person is showing me the path to Krishna. Then I came to know he is Balram only. But in my childhood, I heard Balram is very strict. I used to live in West Virginia near Vrindavan. We used to have two grinders. Both are very efficient. But one grinder little old. Whenever you want to juicer actually, not grinder, I'm sorry. Whenever you want to take juice out of it, if you're little uncareful, your fingers are hurt. Definitely they would be hurt. But there is another juicer, modern juicer, we acquired. Even if you're reckless, you would get the juice nicely. So the devotee started calling the old juicer Balramji, new juicer Nityananda. So Balram told Kauravas and Pandavas, they are equal to me. I'm not going to fight. I'm going on pilgrimage. Krishna said, thank you very much. Because Balramji is very strict. But you all know Krishna is very partial, right? So, but of course, the 8th canto Bhagavatam says, 7th canto, sorry. Krishna is not partial. Also, there are verses he is partial. Anyway, that is not the topic today. But Krishna said, you can go. So then, Balramji, he went to Naimisharanya. When there was a Bhagavatam class going on, and the Ramaharshana, my father of Sutta Goswami, he was giving class of Bhagavatam. Everyone, to all the sages, and everyone was sitting. Suddenly, into the arena, Balramji entered with a plow. Actually, if you go to this place, it's near actually Lucknow. Maybe 2-3 hours from Lucknow. This place is very special because there Balramji is very beautiful deity, but he holds blade of grass. That is the deity. He holds a blade of grass. When everyone got up, in respect, this is a first expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, everyone got up. But Ramakrishna didn't get up. Actually, you don't need to get up when anybody comes, because you're sitting on the Vyasas and representing Vyas there. But this person is the essence of what you're speaking actually. Balramji became angry for the tiny transgression of etiquette. He picked up a blade of grass and put it on his head. And that person died. Ramakrishna died. But same Balramji was so strict with the regulative principles of dharma. When he came as Nityananda Prabhu in this age, he would put that blade of grass in his mouth. I'm sure some of you may have observed at least 20-30 years ago. Anybody would do the menial jobs. They would have a kerchief around their neck. How many of you have seen rickshaw walas actually, some tanga walas, rickshaw walas? It means we are very menial. So that is a sign of humility. But the height of humility in that day is not kerchief. But if you put a blade of grass in your mouth, that is the height of humility. The parampara is started by Nityananda Prabhu. What he would do? God has become a preacher to reclaim the fallen conditioned souls. God has become a preacher to reclaim the fallen conditioned souls. Coming to your home, hey, please take this bliss. So, even if you slam the door on his face, he has no problem. Even if you mock at him, ridicule him, speak ill of him, he has no problem. But only one time you chant Hare Krishna, he'll be very happy because one day, by his brother's mercy, Lord Chaitanya's mercy, and his mercy, Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, you will go back to Godhead. Haribol. Haribol. So what he is doing, Yare dekh taro kahe danti truna dhori, is putting that blade of grass. Please. Only one time you chant. And sometimes people think, definitely not. Why you don't chant? If I chant, you'll get something, so I'll not chant. There are people like that actually. Yes, sir. Sometimes we go to different universities, different programs. If you call 3-4 times, they think you're getting something out of it. Trust me, it is truth. No, we don't get anything. But that is Indian mentality. क्या मिलेगा आपको क्या मिलेगा क्यों बार बार क्यों बुला रहे हो which mission which organization is giving you money no organization is giving money so that is Nityananda Prabhu actually following his footsteps there is one organization that practices pure bhakti practices pure preaching ladies and gentlemen devotees Prabhujis and Matajis if you have a desire to intensely get rid of the impurities. And what Krishna says in 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita, if you want to come back to the spiritual life, spiritual world, take shelter of Nityananda Prabhu. He will take you back to Godhead. Krishna Lokapata Vaikuntha. So, Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead. How many of you are liking this picture? Or people who think God is light, God is your God, I am God, everybody is God, cannot understand this beauty, ladies and gentlemen. You see Krishna one time, he will break your number 8. What is number 8? Infinity, cycle of birth and death. You all have taken birth 1970, 1980, 1990. Add 78 years. After that, you will leave your bank account. You will leave your family. You will leave your software job with which you identify. And that relative, this relative, totally whatever you have identified with for 55 decades, it will become oblivion and go to a different place. Don't know when you are going, don't know why you are going, don't know where you're going, don't know how you're going, don't know this. So, so Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. That Krishna's immediate expansion is Balramji. Balram comes and so when Krishna came as Nitya Lord Chaitanya in this age, so this Balramji, actually Balramji serves Krishna in 5 ways. Sankarshana karana toy sai garbo sai chapayam disai seshas chayasham sakalas nityananda keram sharanam vastu. So, so Sankarshana, actually Lord Shiva comes from Sankarshana. That's why all the snakes, then Mahavishnu, Garbhadaksa Vishnu, and Kshidraksa Vishnu, 3 Vishnus, and Sesha, I didn't show, Sesha is here, that's why I didn't show. So entire spiritual world is an expansion of Balramji, and 3 Vishnus expansion of Balramji. They help, he serves Krishna in creation, but other, especially Sesha, he helps Krishna in the pastimes. So in Kali Yuga, when Krishna came as Lord Chaitanya, Panchatattvatmam Krishnam Bhaktarupasvarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhaktasatyakam. So Krishna came in 5 forms, Panchatattva. This is Lord Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi. And so Bhaktarupa, he came in the form of a devotee. And Balramji came as a Nityananda Prabhu, expansion. And Advaita Acharya is his incarnation. This is Gadadhar Pandit is actually, Radharani's expansion. Srivas Thakur is actually Narad Muni. So different tattvas. These 3, they are Vishnu, Krishna. These 2 Vishnu tattva. This is Shakti tattva. This is the Jiva tattva, Narad Muni. So that's why it's called Pancha tattva. So they are not different from Radha and Krishna. Lord Chaitanya is non-different from Radha and Krishna. And Balramji is Balram Nityananda Prabhu is actually non-different from Balramji. He descended as Balram, as Nityananda Prabhu to assist the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. So he appeared in Ekachakra. Ekachakra comes in Mahabharata. He appeared in Ekachakra to the parents Adai Pandit and Padmavati. And in the childhood, I'll take one because time is very short. Childhood, he would perform all the leelas from the Ramayana, Mahabharata, Srimad Bhagavatam. And when onlookers would ask, hey, how do you know these things? He said, these are my leelas. Ever since Nityananda Prabhu took birth in Ekachakra, it's part of Radhadesh, there was no famine. Even today, if you go, beautiful place actually. So Nityananda Prabhu, then one day when he was 10-year-old, one renunciate came and stayed with them. And the next day he asked his father, can you please allow your son to come with me? And they are very, they are known for their hospitality. Guest is asking, so what they did, they gave their son. And so Nityananda Prabhu left with this renunciate, and the parents couldn't bear that separation. In 3 months, father and mother, they left the world and returned back to spiritual world. Nityananda Prabhu traveled all over India, and he came to Vrindavan. Actually, on his ways, he met in Pandharipur, Madhavendra Puri, one of the great devotees. And he also met Lakshmipati Tirtha and received initiation from him. Lakshmipati Tirtha had a dream. Balramji came and said, Lakshmipati Tirtha was a great devotee of Balramji. And tomorrow I'll come and you should initiate me. The dream disappeared. I'll come in the form of Brahman. Today, Lakshmipati Tirtha happened to see Nityananda Prabhu and initiated him. So Madhavendra Puri was also initiated by Lakshmipati Tirtha, and Nityananda Prabhu was also initiated by Lakshmipati Tirtha. Madhavendra Puri is called the seed of love of God in this world. Kalparuksha descended from Krishna Loka, and that is Madhavendra Puri. So, but then this is the temple in Ekachakra, and this is the temple in Ekachakra, and what is that? Then Nityananda Prabhu, he was in Vrindavan. One reason he did not preach, he waited for the order of Lord Chaitanya. One day Nityananda Prabhu was in Sringaravat of Vrindavan. Then he heard a voice, celestial voice, Akashavani. Lord Chaitanya started his Sankirtan pastimes. He inaugurated Sankirtan movement. So you should go to Navadvip. So, so what is that? Then he went, and I'm cutting the story short because it's a very lengthy presentation. He went and he joined Lord Chaitanya's preaching. And one day, Lord Chaitanya came for only one purpose. Many times I mentioned this. Narsingadev came to protect Prahlad. Yesterday was Varaha Dwadasi. Varahadev came 2 times, in different manvantras actually. One manvantara, Varahadev came to lift the earth. Another manvantara, he came to kill Hiranyaksha and lift the earth. So likewise, every incarnation had a specific purpose. But Lord Chaitanya has only one purpose. To take every soul back to Godhead. To take all of us. People are not understanding. To take all of us back to. Is there anybody happy? That is Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya only for one reason. He came to reclaim the fallen conditioned souls. By the power of Maya, this living entity is stuck in the cycle of birth and death, trying to enjoy dead matter. But how much ever you enjoy dead matter, you cannot be happy. But in that in that process, time is gone and you'll go to another life, another life, another life, another life. So one day he told, Lord Chaitanya told Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu, go door to door and preach bhakti. We tell them, Lord Chaitanya, actually this mantra, Golokira Premadhana Harinama Sankirtana, it's not another mantra of India or Vedic culture. This mantra descended from Golok Vrindavan. Golokira Premadhan Harinam Sankirtan. We need to develop that faith. This will directly cleanse your heart and awaken the love of God. So, first point is a preacher. Preacher doesn't mean download information. Preacher means not information but transformation. That is Nityananda. I'll take only 2 minutes to tell the story. These are the most cruel people. That's why we read today. You would go door to door and say, sing. Bolo Krishna, Bajo Krishna, Karo Krishna Siksha. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Pranadana. Because somebody would open the door, you would fall on their feet. Thank you very much. You will fall on their feet. My dear brothers, chant Hare Krishna only once. Why? This will give you eternal bliss. That's what my name is. Bolo Krishna, Bajo Krishna, Karo Krishna Siksha. Why? Krishna is our father, Krishna is our mother, Krishna is our life savior. Some people will accept it. Some people will reject it. Reject him. But he has no problem. What is the preacher? Actually, no, I was thinking Srila Prabhupada was staying 1 mile away from Sevakunj, Mamsivat, where the Rasalila would happen. And he was staying in Radhamma temple. He could have stayed there. But why he came to West? Because West has more conditioned souls. Why New York City? Most fallen people. So Nityananda felt if these two people, Jaga and Mada, usually when we do actually drama this weekend, devotees are trying to do today because we have all the deities. We couldn't. Usually when we show dramas, we show these brothers as funny characters. No, they're not funny characters. They are known for raping, murdering, killing, stealing. And anybody, if their shadow would fall on somebody, they would jump in Ganga, thinking that they're very contaminated, they would jump. That much condition, that much cruel they were. So Yamaraj, Chitragupta, assistant of Yamaraj, created a separate apartment to write their sins. The scribes were finding it difficult to keep up with the pace of the sins they were committing. That much sinful they were. Why he did not choose anybody else? Why not some pious Hindus? He chose them because world will come to know the glory of Lord Chaitanya. He knew they would try to kill him, and Lord Chaitanya would come and he would invoke chakra, Sudarshan chakra. They will become scared, and then they will take shelter, and and they will be transformed. When the people would see the transformation, then people will change. That was his idea. When you like something, you'll give $50 donation. You don't change. What if you agree? Hey, after Hare Krishna program, what did you like? What is the best thing? Prasad. Kirtan is okay. But anyway, I get exercise at home anyway. Recently, I purchased treadmill anyway. You know? So I play some nice music. But what is not available here is there, prasad. So as long as we put, strings like that, that's mind. That's mind. Then we can never achieve it. That is the problem of this world. You want to become an engineer or farmer? Obviously engineer. Why? Farmer gets nothing. What is the end result? Wait 50 years. Rice bag will be probably $1 million. Because there is nobody who is cultivating, who is farming. He cannot eat nuts and bolts. You know? So the point is, he's the preacher. You know? What he did, he knew very well. What he did, I mean, trust me, if one person listens with a desire to change, that is listening. Otherwise, some sort of massaging ears. How was it? My ear was very good. Good, nice massage. One should hear with the intent to change. Then this today will be a red letter day in your life. Means life of transformation. Srila Prabhupada failed 30 years in India. And he chose to come to America. Why not another opportunity? So Nityananda Prabhu knew they would try to kill him. That is a preacher. He was willing to go through that ordeal to bring people to attract people to spiritual world. There are some religions in India, they'll give you chicken meal, they'll give you rice packs, everything free of cost. But your end result, nobody knows. So many people are going, that is not religion, something else. But if you're all very educated, you want to have a transformation. Doctor says your cholesterol has increased. Run every day. Oh, tomorrow, definitely. You'll be a treadmill also. But Prabhu, 40 years later, you don't know where you'll go. If you chant Hare Krishna mantra, there's a good possibility you'll go back to Godhead. Who has seen it, So no. If you're a mechanical engineer, you don't know anything about computer science. If you're a computer science, you don't know anything about software. What is that? Electrical. So likewise, this software, this is spiritual science. Nityananda Prabhu, what he did, he exhibited that quality. Recently, one preacher said, one sannyasi said, the university, he was invited to a university, the vice chancellor is telling, this monk will speak about the morals. The monk got up and said, I'm invited to this program after 10 years. So past 10 years, your university, nobody taught morals. Means you want them to become dogs? The vice chancellor was shocked. Because universities are taught only how to make money, that's it. But after 40 years, your bad habits will bring you a dog or a tree in the Muyurud forest. The university vice chancellor says, I don't care. So Nityananda Prabhu, that's what happened. Second time Nityananda Prabhu went, Madai smashed his head to kill him. But this is Balramji, there is no death for sure. And he's bleeding. He said, my dear brother, Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna Siksha, Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Pranadan. Chant only one time. I have no problem to bleed. That brought transformation in one person. We may be naked, born naked, doesn't mean we should be naked today. They were cruel, but there's tiny 1% in that speck of, still one speck of common sense. Jagai said, everyone actually, everyone rejected us. This person is a saint. You're trying to kill him, but he's telling chant, you will get benefit out of it. He transformed that person. Westerners, Prabhupada, when in second Avenue preaching, they could understand nothing. One thing they understood, this person is our well-wisher. He wants to give us food. There is something in him that is melting my heart. Recently, I told this actually. One devotee was actually preaching in Times Square. Then one person said, I will take the book. He preached and he said he was able to take. He said, I'll come. Means he won't come. I'll come. He left. He almost took Bhagavad Gita. But 3 hours later he came. And you know what he said? Though I am fully drunk, this kirtan is touching my heart. I think this mantra has power. I'll take the book. When he was not drunk, he didn't take the book. When he was drunk, he got the expression, he got the result. He said, though I'm fully drunk, this kirtan is touching my heart. It is telling me to change. I think your process really took the book. That's what happened. Lord Chaitanya came rushing and he embraced Jagai and revealed, he took all his sins in 1 second. He revealed his Narayana form. And Mother said, whatever you have given to my brother, give it to me. Lord Chaitanya said, you're an offender. You don't do it. Like good police, bad police. Now Nityananda said, no, please. If he forgives you, I'll give. Nityananda said, all right. What is the moral? Try to preach. Second thing is forgive. If we cultivate the habit of forgiveness, believe me, we will be forgiven. So that is how these two brothers, Lord Chaitanya embraced and gave the love of God. And Yamaraj saw all the records were burnt in Yamaloka. He started jumping and dancing that causeless mercy. That is a preacher. That is a preacher. Yes, if there is that Balramji is willing to, he was willing to take that shot only to make him chant. There may not be anybody to do that much sacrifice, but I am impressed with this. Let me become a champion of bhakti and take it up very seriously today, 20 years later. Believe me, you will see something, such a transformation you will see after 20 years of bank account. And you will be the protector of dharma and bhakti. And how many people, what is a guru? Balramji is actually Guru Tattva. Balramji is actually Guru Tattva. And That way Nityananda Prabhu is actually Guru Tattva. So Nityananda Prabhu personally, though is a brother to Lord Chaitanya, elder brother, but in this incarnation he was a very subservient. He had that subservient attitude and a servant, but willing to do anything, facilitate anything. You want Krishna's mercy, you need to have a Guru. This is Paniyati festival. Raghunath became Raghunath Das Goswami eventually. Raghunath became Raghunath Das by the mercy of a Guru. And later, the mercy continued, he became a Goswami. So you want to progress conditioned soul to conditionless soul to pure soul to a soul of prema, you need spiritual master. You need devotees. You need a process. You need a mantra in that process. Otherwise, on our own, it doesn't work. A billionaire by birth proposes today's standards. But he is not. If his father was actually Govardhan Majumdar, was a multi-millionaire, proposes billionaire actually. But on our own, we cannot. So many speed breakers will come. First speed breaker in our spiritual life is a doubt. What is the first speed breaker in our spiritual life? Really, this is good, huh? अरे 10 साल से कर रहा हूँ कुछ फायदा नहीं हो रहा है 2 साल से कर रहा हूँ everyone is enjoying I have given up this Bhagavatam is telling give up more some more but nothing is happening na ghar ka na ghat ka I am not here I am not there anyone has an experience big tilak only experience is little prasad here and there you know not like that. Ayurveda says if the disease is 20 years, you have to take the medicine 20 years. If you compare that, our disease is since time immemorial, trillion years. Then you'll walk out today only. No. But Nityananda Prabhu is telling one lifetime. Charu Prabhu said, how long does this process work? How long does it take for the process to work? Very nice question. Prabhupada said around 40 years. How many years? 40 years. It doesn't mean exactly 40 years. Huh? For somebody, maybe 15 only. For somebody, 20 only. For somebody, if you're not sincere, 40 lifetimes. That is also there. So many times I said this. Hare Krishna means you're doing PhD in pharmacology, pharmacy. You know what it means? You'll close your eyes and you'll keep on mixing the medicines. For somebody, formula will come after 5 years. For somebody, after 20 years also formula will not come. So we're happy with that little salary that professor is giving. So, not like that. Actually, one professor, not professor, head of the department psychiatry of Mayo Clinic, he says, you can never control the mind. That is his conclusion in the book he wrote, Stress Management. I have not got his phone number. I want to tell him, hey, come to Hare Krishna. Definitely you will see that. Our founder said 40 years, but you don't need 40 years. In 2 months of mantra meditation, you know you're not the mind, you're the body. You're not the body. Further you go forward, you will exercise a good control. You will sharpen your buddhi and to not may not be 100% in 2-3 years, but you will have that type of control. You will not do wrong things. I want to tell him. Whole world is telling Dalai Lama came and gave him a gift. And because he's a Mayo Clinic in charge. But what is that they are telling? You can never control the mind. No, you can control. So Raghunath Das Goswami, only one thing he did. He tried to place Guru Tattva Nityananda Prabhu. And Nityananda said only one thing. What is the short way to purify your heart and awaken that love of God? Serve devotees. What is that? Serve devotees. By serving devotee, bhakti begins. By serving devotees, bhakti progresses. By serving devotees, you will attain the perfection. Srila Prabhupada was giving a class in Second Avenue one day. Very first year. One person fully drunk. I mean, he was on drugs, not drunk, whatever same. He came and I know anyone has been to Second Avenue. There's a bathroom actually next to speaker. If you're giving class, next to you only bathroom. Huh? Matchless gift, yes. So he came, so he crossed all the audience and went into the bathroom. And to use because it's on the road. It was not, I mean, then he found out there was no tissue, no toilet paper. So what he did, so fully, he was in the drug addiction. He came out in less than 1 minute. Proper lecture continued. He went and purchased toilet paper. He put it there. He didn't put only one toilet, this many toilet papers he brought. And he put there, finished his job. After 20 minutes, he came out. Proper lecture was still going on. Prabhupada said, that is bhakti. So, so he used the toilet, but he felt, no, they may need also, though fully drunk, still he got a feeling I should serve them. That is a preacher, Srila Prabhupada. Amazing, right? Prabhupada said, that is bhakti. This is not difficult, Prabhupada said. So tiny thing. One day one preacher was going in the streets of Gujarat. He was going door to door, told the please take one book, one book. All he was taking. Almost in the evening actually. One person came and asked, you have books? I am going door to door and asking, nobody's coming. You are coming and I said, yes, yes. Then he said, do you have Chaitanya Charitamrita? You have Bhagavatam? Yes. You have Bhagavad Gita also? But he said, I have Bhagavad Gita anyway. So he took him to his home. He gave him a nice, everything. What is that? Nice prasad, some fruits and all. Then he took all the books. And he said, he took Chaitanya Charitamrita, he took Bhagavatam also, he said Bhagavad Gita. Other books also, because this devotee was standing in the hot sun. He said, he asked him, what made you call me and buy all these books? How do you know this word Chaitanya Charitamrita? Said, one day in Ahmedabad, one old man came. My father took me there. I don't know, I saw him. I felt like he's a saintly personality. I asked my dad, you have any money? My dad has 1 rupee. He gave it to me. I went to that sadhu and I gave him that 1 rupee. He took it and he blessed me. This person was, what is his name? Abhay Charanarand Bhaktivedanta Swami. So because he gave 1 rupee donation, few years later, he became qualified to acquire Chaitanya Charitamrita. So devotee service, rendering service to devotees, believe me, Prasanga Majaram Pasam Atmano Kavyavid Sayeva Sanskrita Moksha Dvaramapavritam. Raghunath Das Goswami, what he did, he just served prasad. Everyone he gave a bowl of chipped rice, a bowl of chipped rice and dahi, chipped rice and condensed milk. For a billionaire, this is such a simple thing. But that made him Raghunath Das Goswami. Never underestimate the power of tiny, tiny things. What is Maya? You take prasad only. It is not Kirtan only. Hare Krishna mantra only. If that is the trick of Maya. So whatever is great will appear small. And so who has orchestrated the pathway of Raghunath Das to become Raghunath Das Goswami? Nityananda Prabhu. So he would devise the easy means to for the elevation of the conditioned souls. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami did only one thing. He defended Nityananda Prabhu when his brother was not defending Nityananda Prabhu. Manikethan Ramdas came and Nityananda Prabhu, his brother was not in favor, so much in favor of Manikethan Ramdas. Manikethan Ramdas was upset and they had an argument. But Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami defended bhakti process, Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Chaitanya. That night itself, Nityananda Prabhu appeared as Balramji and said, you leave this place, go to Vrindavan, good things will happen. You should have that faith. You should have that faith. Anything we do to Guru, what our Guru tells you, it will happen. Prabhupada got a heart attack. Actually, he had heart pain actually. He was seriously, his heart was paining, already 2 heart attacks on the way to America. So Prabhupada was admitted in, New York hospital. But Prabhupada, they connected him with all the tubes. Prabhupada said, I had this too much, I cannot stay here. So Prabhupada told Nitya, Brahmananda Prabhu, take me out. This is America, you cannot take the patient without the permission of doctors. Prabhupada, we didn't take the permission. Prabhupada said, no, I cannot stay here, take me out. So Brahmananda Prabhu only disconnected all the tubes and nurse came and said, hey, what are you doing? We only discharged ourselves, we are going. It doesn't work like that. She started calling everyone. Police they'll call because patient is the property of the hospital. No, we are going. So we put Prabhupada, the stretcher, he brought it to the lift. And what are you doing? No, we are going home. And she started calling everyone, literally like a movie. Before everyone came, and Brahmananda put the stretcher and Prabhupada in the lift, and he came down. Prabhupada said, oh, you saved me this, this hurdle, this, you saved me from all these problems. Brahmananda, you never need to face any hospital in your life. Brahmananda Prabhu lived very happily. And Kartik month, Vrindavan, Krishna Balram temple, he said, I am getting little pain in his old age. And Prabhupada told him, of course, even he left it, Prabhupada, he told Prabhupada told him, don't think it will not happen to you. It will happen to everyone. Old age disease and death will come to everyone. That is 1977. But then what, maybe 2-3 years ago, Brahmanu complained, little pain. Immediately they arranged for ambulance to take him to Mathura. And it takes an hour, right? So before Brahmananda was brought from Krishna Balram temple to ambulance on a stretcher, in the courtyard of Krishna Balram temple only left the body. He remembered, you don't need to end up in hospital. 50 years later, that became a truth. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami left home. He was very old. And he came to Vrindavan. What happened? Of the so many stalwarts, he was chosen by Madan Mohan, chosen by Krishna to write Chaitanya Charitamrita. He mentions actually on Madhya Lila, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami gives the synopsis. Because why? I don't know when I live. I'm very old. I can't see. Actually, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami had arthritis. And I cannot see, my hand is not steady, but my pen is moving. My pen is moving. The person who wanted me to write Lord Chaitanya, he is the one who is making me write. So all the good things happened by the grace of Nityananda Prabhu. And actually Jiva Goswami, Coromandal Parikrama was actually Nityananda was the one who started that. And he told, Adbhut Mandir will come and this will become, a very wonderful holy place of pilgrimage for everyone in the world. And it is going to be inaugurated in 2025, building is ready actually. Nityananda Ram ki, prediction ki jai. Same thing. Nityananda Thakur, Nityananda Thakur, one day Lord Chaitanya was in Bangladesh, and he said, Narottam, 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 and he deposited love of God in the Padma River. And he told only one person, Nityananda Prabhu. Eventually, a great personality will come, Narottam, and he will spread that love of God, Krishna Prem everywhere. But I won't be there. But you tell him that this love of God is deposited in this river. And the Padma River also asked Lord Chaitanya, how do you know? You know, so many people come and take bath. Lord Chaitanya said, when Narottam would come and take bath, you will be flooded. So who has passed that message to Narottam Thakur? Yeah. So, what is that? Guru Tattva means somehow help connect the dots and send the people, allow them to traverse on the path of bhakti and tell them, send them back to Godhead. And he has Dwadasa Gopals, but I have not, because of time constraint, I didn't. To what extent they are empowered? Abraham Gopal Thakur is actually Sridhama in Krishna Leela. As associate of Nityananda Prabhu, he was Abraham Gopal. He had a Jayamangal whip, and anybody he would hit, they would get Krishna Prem. I have only one question I got it. Did it really pain him or not? You know, but it is a sweet pain. Abraham Gopal has that unique empowerment by Nityananda Prabhu. What is that? Anybody he would hit, they would get Krishna Prema. If anyone has that type of ability, please let me know. I am willing to take the beating from you. So one day Srinivasacharya came, and Abraham Thakur, he take, it was not Abraham, he took the whip and he started beating him. And Abraham Thakur's wife said, no, please don't. That's too much. So then Srinivasacharya becoming ecstatic because he was receiving Krishna Prema. And Uddharandat Thakur, he was actually Subahu in Krishna Lila, Krishna's friend. But in Gaur Lila, he was actually Uddharandat Thakur. Srila Prabhupada is connected, you should know this. There was actually a village called Adisaptagram. Adisaptagram, they were all actually gold merchants. But what happened? Eventually, they became outcasts. And they became very money-minded. And Uddharananda Thakur, the follower of Nityananda Prabhu, one day went there. And he door to door, just following Nityananda Prabhu's footsteps, he went door to door, knocked the doors, and said, please, Bolo Krishna, Vajo Krishna, Guru Krishna Siksha. Chant Hare Krishna mantra. Accept the bhakti process. One day you'll go back to Godhead. One day you'll attain the love of God. They all these outcasts, they became devotees. That's why it's called by acharyas Patita Pavana, Parama Patita Pavana, Uddharananda Thakur. And Chaitanya Das, I'll come to Gadadhar Das. Chaitanya Das was so empowered by Nityananda Prabhu. Chaitanya Das, sometimes he would go to the forest and he would preach. He will not preach to humans. He would preach to animals. So he loved to preach tigers. Don't do that. So when tiger would come, he would preach to the tiger. And he would sit on the tiger and preach to the tiger. Tiger will become a devotee. One day as he was going, suddenly a python came to eat him up. So he took the python on the lap and he preached to the python also. Python became a devotee. Okay. Tigers and lions and pythons, they all became devotee because of the power of Chaitanya Das. When Chaitanya Das would look at you, you'll be devotee. And when I read it, actually a couple of years ago, Vaiseshika was telling in Vrindavan. When I heard this, I think he should be here today actually. And Gadadhar Das was, anybody would get the what is that? The air that touched Gadadhar's body would touch you, all your sinful reactions will be gone. That is Gadadhar's unique quality. If you breathe the air that he has breathed and that has breathed, your sinful reactions are gone. When he would look at you, your sinful reactions are gone. That is Gadadhar Das. One day, Gadadhar Das went to the local Muslim Qazi, the Nawab, very known for cruelty, known for persecution of Hindus, devotees. So he went to them in the night and said, "Hey Qazi, come out." They got scared. Your Qazi will kill you in the middle of the night. You're coming. Lord Chaitanya Nityananda, they have descended into this world to deliver every fallen condition soul. Only you are spared. I order you chant Hare Krishna, chant Hari. Then Qazi became angry and came, only with an intent to kill him, because no one has ever done this. When he came, he saw the beautiful innocent form of Gadadhar Das, and he said, "Gadadhar, why are you disturbing in the night? I'll chant Hare Krishna tomorrow. Continue chanting Hare Krishna, you'll be delivered, you'll be liberated." He started jumping and dancing. That is the power of Gadadhar Das. You know? And Srila Prabhupada. Actually, Uddharandat Thakur is from Adishaktagram. And during Britishers' time, Britishers asked them to move to Calcutta to do their merchant work. And they all moved. And one of the family was actually Srila Prabhupada family. Srila Prabhupada is actually from Adishaktagram. And Prabhupada would worship, the family would worship the deities of Uddharandat Thakur. That's why Srila Prabhupada got that empowerment. Because Uddharandat Thakur was the one who delivered the entire Adishaktagram. All the people who migrated to Calcutta had the last name Day. Prabhupada's last name is actually Day. Abhay Charan Day. And Prabhupada's family would regularly go to Adishaktagram to worship the deities of Uddharandat Thakur. That's how Srila Prabhupada received the mercy of Uddharandat Thakur and Nityananda actually. And that's why today the degradation is unprecedented. I went to India recently, they said few people only, ISKCON people only follow so sincerely, nobody is following it. So Srila Prabhupada's great thing is Prabhupada traveled all over the world 13 times, and he transformed the hearts of everyone he came across, and he gave them pure bhakti. He went to Japan, he went to Australia, he went to Middle East, came to America, North and South, he went to Africa, and he transformed their hearts. So the point is, why Srila Prabhupada, and that one thing we can learn from Prabhupada is the determination to deliver people, to compassion. You will never see this anywhere. Compassion to take their sins. Sureshwar Prabhu has Acharya series actually. Prabhupada we got the initial batch of Americans. And they asked only one question. Swamiji, we need Guru, no doubt. But what is that we have to give up? Prabhupada said nothing. You have to chant only. But by this time, they're already attracted to Prasad. They loved it. Prasad they loved, Kirtan they loved. But they have little fear. What is it we have to give up? Prabhupada said nothing. So, Prabhupada initiated them August, September, October, November. 4 months they were doing continuously sinful activities after initiation. Prabhupada did not tell them stop it, because Americans have a problem. If you tell them what to do something, they will never do it. Americans are very independent. Nowadays, Indians in America are also like that. If you tell them to do something, they will not do it. So finally, in November month, Umapati Swami, today is those days Valley, he received initiation and became Umapati Das. Prabhupada, we are doing very nicely. We are liking Prasad Kirtan very much. Is there anything we have to give it up? Prabhupada said, are you sure you want to give up? Of course, Prabhupada, please. Anything you can give it up? I'm sure they must have regretted later. Prabhupada said, no meditating including onion garlic. For American to give up onion garlic, no meditating, not to hippies, bomb was falling on their head actually. But see, Krishna gave that energy. Prabhupada gave that inner strength. Can you follow it? Oh, Prabhupada will follow it. That's it. Anything else, Prabhupada? After some time they asked. Of course. 3 more? Really? One hippie told me, who became devotee, he said, I'm happy. We would make friendship with the opposite one girl whom we met in 5 minutes, we'll enjoy sex life with them. 5 minutes, that's hippie. Prabhupada said, no extramarital affairs. Prabhupada will perform marriages, but Prabhupada said, no illicit relationships. Get married, give birth to children, no problem. But no extramarital. So bombs were falling on their head. But because Srila Prabhupada sustained their spiritual energy, they never give it up. Some people, that's how he traveled all over the world. Not that Prabhupada was only successful in peace in New York. He was successful in Russia, successful in Africa. Prabhupada went to Africa. Prabhupada went to Africa first day. And Prabhupada gave his clothes, to wash. Next day, Prabhupada went because he had to give bathroom class, the clothes were not there. Prabhupada said, bring my clothes. Clothes were not there. So Prabhupada had another pair, he wore it. And he went to give the bathroom class. Many people came. One person is wearing his shirt. Another person is wearing his dhoti. Prabhupada first class is, you should not steal your guru's clothes. Whatever people Prabhupada changed, in Africa there is a rule. You should never go and attend lunch or dinner of any guest that you don't know. Because you don't know what they will give. If you are not grateful, sometimes you will become the dinner only for them. Seriously, that much. So Prabhupada was giving class. One person fly landed and he did like this. He opened his mouth and pop. So people Prabhupada changed. You're listening and we are all laughing. So to what extent the conditioning is. So for us, so many lifetimes of purification, we are laughing. But what he went through. By the time he came to America, already 70-year-old. Prabhupada had diabetes. Already 2 heart attacks. He had 3rd heart attack also. Prabhupada never complained. He never complained. Nityananda Prabhu's grace. So the point I'm making is, if you understand the grace, causeless mercy has flown in your life, you will try to take that baton and take it forward. Don't worry about the qualifications. Don't worry about the qualities. What is the qualification? I will protect bhakti. First to myself, then to my father, mother, because they're already old, but still they're not understanding. To my neighbors, my friends, start like that. So we don't have any compassion, but we should become the instrument of compassion of Nityananda Prabhu. Actually, Lord Chaitanya, where is Nityananda Prabhu getting that? Lord Chaitanya gave up his mother, gave up his wife. Vishnupriya was only 16 when Lord Chaitanya took sannyas. Nobody else was there. Only one member. And of course, Krishna, of course, but still. So in the middle of the night, Lord Chaitanya walked out and jumped in river Ganga, swam across in the middle of the night, only to take sannyas. That's our leader. Lord Chaitanya's example is there. Then Nityananda example, bleeding, taking all the sinful actions. What I'm trying to impress is the process is real. Difficult though. Nothing good in this world is easy anyway. Right? But if you say, I am grateful because by nature we are all very pure souls. We have pure hearts. There may be contamination, there may be laziness, there may be lethargy, there may be complacency. But you all have transcended at least in your college days. That's why you're here. You put energy there. That's why you're here. So you are the top cream. But if you champion bhakti also, who is the biggest beneficiary? You. We. Nobody else. That is a real tribute to Nityananda Prabhu. That is a real benefit. What is that? Gift to Nityananda Prabhu. Actually, that day, if just because I came across a person called Nityananda Prabhu, I felt I can continue this moment. Then later I came to know Radharani. She'll not find fault with you, and she's the bestower of love of God. He's also bestowed love of God. Mood is a little different, that's it. So the point is what is that? If you understand the selflessness, the Krishna on the top, he has come and he was between us, he was amongst us, and he spread the power of the holy name, he spread the power of bhakti, and he spread the what is it? The happy thing, actually, no, in the olden days, even now it's not, we don't see so much. People would go to Himalayas, people would go to Vrindavan, because they're very serious. Kevala Ananda Kanta. That is Lord Chaitanya's contribution. That is Nityananda's contribution. Is anyone asking you to go to forest? Is anyone asking you to give up your job? Hey, stay with your family, continue your job, continue everything. But add Krishna to your life, but be serious. You'll go back to Godhead. But today, if you understand this, you'll become serious. Otherwise, we all have this habit of procrastination. We all have lethargy. I always tell the students, what is your screen time? It's 3-4 hours. Just put 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening. And this is the only thing that will come with you, nothing else. Right? If you do it, actually Krishna will facilitate. Your life is a triangle. I always say this. 8 hours you work, some hours for family, but the third line is 8 3 is 24, 8 hours spiritual life. But you have to sleep also, just only 1-2 hours. Become serious. Practice bhakti, you can go back to Godhead. Believe me, initially I took it up, but after 2 years I understood, I can go back to Godhead. I don't know this. Oh, there is, for me today, Vaikuntha is a reality. Trust me, Krishna Loka is a reality for me after this 1 years. Nityananda is a reality. I am not his body, I am a spirit soul is reality for me. Why? Because of practicing for this many years. I am not the body, I am a spirit soul has become a reality for me. Initially it was theory. So, many things. Wow. So initial faith one should have and continue. Eventually everything will manifest. I have 7-8 stories of people who went back to Godhead actually. They revealed their spiritual from 2-3 days before they left the world. So it is all Nityananda Prabhu's message. One thing you should do, never criticize others. Lord Chaitanya is saying, don't criticize others, don't find fault with others. You can correct nicely in a positive way, nothing wrong, especially family members. But sincerity and service attitude, and don't criticize others, will go forward. That's what I want to tell. Thank you very much. You know, everyone is working tomorrow. And may Lord Nityananda's blessings bestow his blessings on us. Thank you very much. Nityananda ki jai. Nitya Patmananda ki jai.
His Grace Yugal Kishore Prabhu Ji ki
Jai.
So we have
Jai.
Nityananda
Jai.
set on this auspicious day. Anyone wants to take 3 sets here? Who will take Chaitanya Charitamrita sets before you open the set? Somebody wants to pay, you can give them later. You can pay later also. How much? Huh? It is $150 every month. You can pay $10 for 15 months. How many of you want Chaitanya Charitamrita? How many of you don't have Chaitanya Charitamrita? Okay, you want to take a month? So she is looking at her husband. Okay, your name, bro, I forgot. Gautam Prabhu and Mataji's name? Aishwarya. 3 times Haribol to Gautam Prabhu, Aishwarya Mataji. Haribol!
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari bol, Hari bol.
Oh,
Chaitanya Charitamrita. He wants power. Chaitanya Charitamrita also you can take. Who wants? We have 2 more sets. Chaitanya Charitamrita Nityananda Parents Day. Pay 15 installments, $10 a month. Okay, who will? Okay, Shiv Chamate, you have somebody is looking at me. Thank you.